up traders, what up investors, Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and today we're going to be looking at Amazon. And the really what caught my attention was some trading activity pretty far out around the 3,400 call. Someone made nearly a little over a $13 million bet on the stock via options pretty far and out in October. We'll show that in a second, but I wanted to show you this really quick. Something on the Wall Street Bets forum, which again, I peruse this again, not for financial advice, a lot more for entertainment purposes. With this, again, someone with the post saying, it's been in the front of us all along. Amazon 918 4,000 call, and it has a picture of Jeff Bezos, of course, the CEO of Amazon, and of course the stocks guy. Always stocks only go up. And the top post is Mother of God. Why didn't we see this until now? Yeah, so we can look at this particular option here as well, but then I wanted to point out the one that we're looking at. We're going to be diving into some technical analysis here as well. Let's do a quick overview here on Amazon, and then we'll get into those particular options activity. So that being said, from the previous swing high to previous swing low, we're seeing, again, that nice upward movement. We're seeing Amazon hold that 21 EMA, and that's that yellow line. We can draw our magical purple line, which we have kind of been making our trend line kind of it going higher. It's been holding this fairly well. That's going to be initially your downward support. So we're looking for support basically around the 32.46 price target. That is also the 78.6 percentile move. To the upside again, we're hitting a little bit of resistance around that 34.6749, and that is the 1272 extension from that swing low to swing high of the Fibonacci retracement. If we're able to get above that, the next overall price target you can kind of see with my alert and the 1618 move is 36.26 and 28 cents to be precise, if that can really get up and moving. As of right now, there aren't any signs of anything kind of slowing down here. It's just taking a little bit of a breather here, potentially again getting that momentum, getting it build up. The RSI is fairly highly elevated around 66, and same with the volume zone oscillator. If we can get that back up to plus 40, we could see some volume come in here and really just push this one higher, and that again with the overall market can really move higher. Looking here on the weekly side gives a very interesting play here as well. Let's get these out of the way for you here. So we can kind of do a very basic fib here from this swing low to this swing high, and it kind of comes into play again. So literally that 36.27 is basically a very a Fibonacci number. So that is really looking for that target to be hit. To the downside, you kind of see that initially we saw it around like that 32-ish, 32.50. On the weekly side, you're going to be looking for some more support substantially further down around the 28.63, so $2,863 to the downside. Again, normally if you're looking on the weekly side, you're going to be looking at a much longer term in a matter of years or at least 6 to 7 months plus. And if you're looking more on the daily side, you're basically looking anything from a couple days to a couple weeks to maybe 2 or 3 months. So in between that. Again, with this movement, we could see momentum still continuing. It's basically somewhat on path on trying to hit that level. But again, get ready for anything in the market to happen. So just be mindful that the market doesn't care about our expectations, our goals, or whatever could happen. It could throw a curveball anytime. So just know on the resistance on the way down, you kind of see I have a marker around a little bit around 3,050 to kind of potentially see that 50-day come in. That's going to be more extreme selling in the short term. So go look at the options now. So we had the options that we talked about, that 13-ish million. So this is basically someone bought 800 plus contracts, so 800 contracts at the 34.25 call for October 2nd of this year. And again, that was about $13.5 million. Pretty substantial. Again, that's about 34 days away. Oops, fat finger. What did I say? 34.25. So it's out of the money, and you can see that options basically has a 50% delta. It was down 7.2% today. That really high volume, that open interest will update once the Monday opens comes through. But very interesting options activity around that strike price. Again, one of those calls that the person paid for is $169.50. So that's a pretty substantial price. That's it for one contract. That's really expensive. But that being said, we'll see on how that moves out. And then we can look at the Wall Street Bets one, which was actually the September contract, the 18th. So about only 20 days away, and they said the 4,000 contract. And of course, you see quite a bit of options activity out here. Again, this only has a 7 delta, so again, it only has a 7% chance of being in the money. So most likely, a lot of this options activity is actually selling for premium, collecting that theta, playing the theta gang, playing the overall, just collecting that premium and selling those calls all the way out there. Because again, anything can happen. We're really looking for that 36-ish, 3640 contract to kind of come in play. I'm not sure it's going to happen in 20 days. Again, I don't want to bite my tongue, but anything can happen in a couple days. But I like to give it a little bit more time, especially when you're playing a very I don't want to say far out bet, but you're really buying options out of the money. You got to be very careful and give yourself plenty of time to look at that. Kind of want to look at the December contract, looking at see what we can see here. Again, seeing a lot of activity around that $4,000 price target. Really seeing around that 34.50, which we just talked about. That would be something pretty aggressive, not as aggressive if you're buying in December. But again, I don't know many folks that can just buy one Amazon contract and just feel okay holding it. Again, we're talking a substantial amount of cash with an Amazon contract. We're talking nearly $32,000 just to hold this particular one contract. So be very mindful of that. Looking back to the chart to do some key takeaways before I let you guys go. And before I let you guys go, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you don't, you know where the dislike is. And as well, we also have a YouTube membership tab down below if you want to help support the channel. And there's some different various memberships there. And as well, if you want to check out the Patreon page, there's also some other tiers that you can take a look at to support the channel. Greatly appreciate it. All right, so let's go to the takeaways for Amazon. Key takeaways. Again, looking here on the daily side, really looking to hold that 21 EMA. So if that 21 EMA was really be a potential buying opportunity, in my opinion, looking for that to potentially kind of be somewhat of a backstop, taking one of the words from Jerome Powell, looking to see this continue potentially to the 36.27 range. And again, I can't tell you when, but I think within a short matter of time, maybe 2 or 3 weeks potentially, to see that price target kind of come into fruition, and then kind of see again, we'll have to see on how the overall market plays. If the overall market wants to tank, of course, Amazon's going to go with it. But again, those buying opportunities, potential support, if it can hold, it could be around the 21 EMA, even down to the 34 if we get heavy selling to the downside, and then really strong support around that 28.63 to the downside. To the upside, we're really looking for that 36.27 marker there to the upside. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace!